What's going on, movie people? This is Dom.
And this is Tim.
And welcome to another episode here at Reviews in Black. If you have not already, be sure that you hit that subscribe button. Be sure that you hit the notification bell so that way you know anytime we upload any new reviews, any new content that maybe you want to be sure to check out.
We will be reviewing The Hunt, starring Hilary Swank, Emma Roberts, Betty Gipling, and another array of characters. Mm-hmm. This movie is about a group of people who pretty much woke up in a clearing, and next thing you know, they're being hunted by pretty much the world's elites.
Mm-hmm. And again, just as we kind of mentioned before, The Hunt originally started out in theaters. However, due to the coronavirus and a lot of the quarantining stuff kind of going into place, a lot of the theaters shut down. So now the production studios were so gracious to actually have it make an early debut on a lot of streaming. So definitely, we happen to watch it on Amazon TV, but I'm pretty sure it's on a lot of other streaming platforms that's available at a small price to rent, to go and view at home. So I thought the movie was okay. I was really kind of looking forward to it. At the same time, I kind of wasn't. I know that I don't know how the publicity was. Again, we don't have cable, but I didn't really see a lot of advertising for it. Every time I kind of saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that looks interesting. But it wasn't anything that really kind of grappled my attention right off bat. But the movie itself was okay. I thought it started off really strong, right? It really did. I thought it started off strong. It really had me kind of reeled in,
twist right at the beginning.
Yeah, there was a lot of twists and turns right in the beginning, and you really just didn't know, like, oh, who should I be rooting for? What's going on? Who should I follow? What are their stories? And it was engaging. Like, I was there. And then somewhere kind of along the middle-ish, it kind of started to fall a little flat for me, where it was like, okay, the development of the characters kind of started to fall to the wayside, and it kind of made me think. I didn't know if the focus of the film should be the story of what was currently happening, or we should be focused on the stories of the characters. So it kind of leave a bit of question mark as far as how to follow, who to follow, and what to kind of make sense of everything. So
I agree. I'm just trying to figure out how to tackle this and not spoil anything, but I think, like she said, I think they've done a great job grasping your attention.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think they did an amazing job getting you to try to search for somebody to root for.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, somewhere around the middle, there was a collapse. Don't know if it was in the storyline. I don't know if it was just in the production of the movie. I don't know what it was, but there was some type of fall. But it wasn't a horrible movie.
No.
It was just for those who want a little bit more content other than just things blowing up and people dying.
Right.
There was some type of
something. Yeah.
There was something.
Yeah. Now I will say the good part about this movie is I really did enjoy the individual characters. I think that they did a great job balancing kind of the seriousness of what was going on with kind of the comedy that was
like
surrounded
dry
around
comedy,
it.
yeah.
So it was a good balance. I loved the lead character, Betty Gipling. So when you look at her traditionally, she's a beautiful woman, right? But I loved how in this film she was very gritty and it seemed very purposeful, right? Because she always kind of had the screw mouth thing, the kind of
screw mouth.
And I mean, I didn't know what to call it. She was always
she was always doing something weird. It was weird.
Yeah,
like she been like,
and it was kind of like, okay, like we get it, like you don't want to be pretty, and that's fine. But I enjoyed that she was a different type of character. She was a pretty woman, a beautiful woman, but she came out straight out the gate, smart, intelligent. She was just as ruthless as the people that were hunting her. She was strong. She was athletic. She could fight just as well as anyone else. She had gun skills. I just love that already, just kind of right out the gate, that she was someone she was aware. And I loved seeing that and kind of a female lead in a movie like this. I thought that was pretty dope. And all the other characters too. I think they all added a good balance of, comedy and desperation. And again, you kind of want to follow them and see what's going on until all of a sudden something happens and then you're like, oh, okay, up to the next one. All right.
But before I get you to give your actual reviews, the last thing I'm going to say about this movie, it reminded me of Kill Bill.
Okay. I think
Kill Bill had a stronger storyline along with the action, but I'm talking about just the way it flowed. It almost felt like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah. And then too, I shouted out Giplin, but I didn't shout out Hilary Swank. I thought she was
yes.
pretty dope in this
Hilary
too.
Swank was pretty
Absolutely.
good. She was.
I think, you know, she carried on a good mix of strong and, you know, femininity, but then she was crazy too. You know, so I think that she did a pretty good job as well. So shout out to you, Hilary Swank.
So, your ratings for this movie?
I mean, I would see it at the theaters. If the theaters were open, I would still go see it at the theaters. So I'd give it a middle ground, right? It wasn't terrible. It wasn't, you know, it's something that I think I would still be more anxious to see at the theaters. It's a good, this kind of action-y smorgasbord film. There's nothing wrong with it per se. Like I said, I think just for our personal taste, it just fell a little flat. But it wasn't bad. I'd say you can go see it at the movies if they were open.
Yeah. I would also say you can go see it at the movie theaters. You don't have to bust your behind to see it on opening day or anything like that when it's going to be crowded. It's a good matinee film or something like that.
If the movies were open.
If the movies were open. So that means whenever you got some free time, you got some time to chill, you know, just you can go rent the movie.
Yeah, it's worth the watch.
It's definitely worth the watch.
It's worth the watch,
you know.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. If you haven't already, like she said at the beginning, make sure you like, subscribe to our channels. Follow us, comment your thoughts if you go see this movie, and let us know what you thought about it. We can dialogue back and forth. If you feel differently than what we did, let us know. We'd love to have that conversation. And until next time, we'll holler at you later on the next review.